Scorpio is getting interesting. Let's see what's in those deep waters for you. This is your tarot horoscope reading for the month of July for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus, if you are more looking for love messages. I'm going to dive straight in. A lot was coming through while I was shuffling your cards. I will get into it while I read. First going to see if the cards are saying the same. And it's exactly that. So we have the moon in the past position, the hanged man, and temperance in the future. So the hanged man is in the present. So what's going on here? I do feel that with around the 5th, when we have the eclipse, that you are going to go back over something, a communication that has happened. I would like you to travel back in your mind January, February, March. Where was your mind at? Where was your body at? Where was your spirit at? What was the truth you embodied? How did you communicate then? What was on your mind? These topics, you're gonna go back there. You're gonna go back over that because there is a miscommunication. Truth is a very important subject for you this month. You want to speak the truth. I feel that there is something that there are old communication patterns that are blocking you, that need to go, that are being cleaned up right now, and you are handling it, and you're going to look at it and also take a look at yourself, like, how did I communicate? Maybe I spoke the truth then, but that was the truth I was dealing with. That was the truth that you were at that point convinced of somehow. That was your belief system, and that was what you were doing and in the moment. So I feel like you're gonna go back to the essence of what went wrong there. Where did you not communicate clearly, and where did you not communicate your truth and speak your truth? It's going to be important to go there because it's a bit of a childhood wound that is coming back. Maybe there was something when you were little. If you have siblings, this might come through a sibling as well. If you have siblings, I mean, when you're children, you have your own worldview, you have your own perception of how things function, and there are things that if they are not communicated to you, you simply don't know them. And I feel that from the mother or the father, there was mother here with the moon, there was something that your mother did not tell you the truth about, you and your siblings, or maybe one sibling knew and you didn't know. So there's this kind of things that were hidden from you that are coming back. And those things, yes, they might be mirroring a childhood event, but as for this specific timeline, what is important for you now is that you actually go back to before March 21st. Where were you at emotionally? What were your needs? How did you communicate them? How did you stand in the world? And you are gonna move back there. Move back there in the sense that you are either going to be told a secret or told a truth that wasn't visible then, that was hidden, or you are going to tell somebody a truth that was hidden to you as well. It's not that you were being dishonest, don't get me wrong. It's just that you're going to connect with who you truly are when no one is watching, your inner self. And you've been asked to make adjustments in the home as we move into July here. So you've been busy with that. And it's been a lot of adjustment. It's been about the mother. It's been many things. So as you come into this month, I do feel that something needs to be revealed and spoken out loud. And it's something that's related to your childhood. Or maybe it's a communication pattern. Or also sometimes when we're young, there is not always a freedom of speech to express what we need, and somehow there is a mirror situation going on right now where you are being held back in your expression. There's been an avoidance or being scared, and instinctually, because there's nothing you're grown up now, there's nothing to be scared of, but instinctually you were drawn back to that old pattern. And now I feel that is going to go for you, Scorpio. So the truth, very important subject. In your present, we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man, it's a moment of contemplation, of inner illumination. So with the Moon and the Hanged Man here together, you are asked to go within. You are asked to go within to find greater expansion after. You are asked to really know your timing and to surrender to the present moment, to get back to your spiritual practice if that was something that was going on for you. January, February, March, I do feel your spiritual life was very rich then, and that you were able to expand that inner world, and expand that inner world so much that there were beautiful manifestations all around you, and you want to go back to that beauty and kind of correct the timeline, a bit like in Inception, like going back, falling through the layers of reality. And the layer between the spirit world and reality is very thin now in the beginning of the month, as we have the third eclipse of a extended eclipse season. Usually there's 2. So that's really something. Also, you might be, this is the yogic card, so I don't know if you're into any yogic practice, meditation, maybe postures, something like that. That might be coming back to you as the sun, like there's a healing taking place, a healing of you speaking the truth, but also of you finding higher truth in higher philosophy, in philosophy that is very old in a way, that comes from whatever you are attracted to, if it's shamanism, if it's more Vedic philosophy, it can be anything, but essential, like teachings of the elders, teachings of a long time ago, maybe even the stars, teachings of the moon. What does human history have to tell us? You gotta want to explore there. And we have Temperance here, which is the Sagittarius card, and it was very telling that it spoke about, like, when I was meditating on the cards, I got this thing like, okay, there's something that is hidden that needs to be outspoken. It can be by a person external to you, but it can be by yourself as well. And then we have the Truth card, because this is an angel. An angel is a message of God. It's a message of divinity. So there is always truth there. They come and guide us. We are given 3 apparently. And there's this beautiful triangle on the rope of this angel here. And as you're gonna exit July, there is going to be more, the word certainty was coming to me, but it's not exactly what I mean. You're gonna be more accurate in what you give yourself, because there is something I'm feeling that you have not been giving yourself. On the other hand, there is a demand to go inwards, so to study and maybe inform yourself, infuse yourself with who is your teacher, who, you can have multiple, but who really speaks to your heart in this moment, and who illuminates your mind, who gives you that idea like, I resonate with what you say. And really on a heart level, there's this question of the heart, of the home. Where was home before the 21st of March, before Saturn dipped into Aquarius? Where did you feel home? There is something there that you want to explore now, that you are being called back to, let's say, and you're gonna be called back to that if you take the time to sit with yourself. So also, I'm getting the message, allowing the sunlight to speak to you. Go sit in the sun, go sit in meditation in the sun. Also switching the perspective here with the Hanged Man. There can be multiple truths that can stand alongside one another. Everyone has his or her story, and we, instead of being very fixed in I know, in a belief system, this is about breaking them all and kind of observing everything there is. The whole spectrum of information, the whole spectrum of feelings, and what does feel true to you now? Yeah, and I see you exiting this month illuminated and also more at peace with who you are, because this thing is going to be cleared out. It could be that it is a communication with your mother or with a sibling. I'm going to clarify. Let me just dive into that. I'm going to clarify. Again, Temperance. So King of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, obstacle, Temperance, advice. So you have been dealing with the material aspect of your life, the phenomenal aspect, getting the kingdom rolling. Like, you've been, I want to say counting money, but that sounds so negative, but like taking care of business, like accountancy of your life, and kind of feeling good about that, like taking it back to basics. You've been learning, you've been in a initiation of body, mastery of body, but the other body being the home. There is body, home, mother, all these things are a bit the same essence but different words, and as we evolved through humanity, there was a lot of complexity and novelty and speeding up of all the processes in life creation, and so our vocabulary expanded. But these things are all referring and inter-referring to one another, and strongly interconnected and interwoven. And you have been making a transaction also, I'm seeing, making a transaction with someone and coming out. Not that there is ever a winner or a loser, but coming out as like you were strong in your position and you got what you wanted. So from this negotiation with the material world, renegotiation with the material world you have been in, from this setting up, taking care of the kingdom, taking care of your home, taking care of also if there are people working for you, taking care of those people as well, taking care of your father, or like just stepping into your material authority. That has been very, it's been peaceful for you to be doing that, and you have learned a lot of lessons from that and come out of that with a kind of wisdom and newfound confidence, a newfound perspective, and a newfound ease. And you come into July with a smile about that. With a smile about that, yeah. And there is an emotional, I do feel you are looking for love, to expand your love, to unfold your love, to share your love with someone, to share that sense of protection, that sense of, that sense of the kingdom that you have created for yourself, that material success, to share that with someone. I am seeing that the way it's put together here, that there is a perspective, there's a law of nature that is being communicated to you. And that law of nature, you're going to want to look into that. So there are several laws of nature, of course. We have the law of vibration preceding the law of attraction. So there are some insights there that are coming to you. And I feel that you are learning a lot. And if you are a man, you are learning a lot about the kind of woman that you want to be with. And I'm feeling that is someone who you are looking for someone who has a natural joy and abundance about her, if you are a man. And if you are a woman, also, in a sense, somebody who has this kind of way of enjoying the senses and who's able to create an experience for you that makes you feel belonging to this earth, that makes you feel understood, that makes you feel also that kind of pulls you up in your creativity. Somebody very expansive, somebody who who has that Sagittarian quality of wanting to go far in mind, but also maybe go far in distance. I am feeling that this person might be already in your life, but is separated from you by distance, maybe even by water, maybe by an ocean. Maybe this is someone you spend a lot of time in under the sun with, in maybe someone you met in nature, somebody you met this person also at a glorious moment when everything was aligned, all the stars were aligned, there was a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth. I'm seeing maybe even in a big group, in a ceremony, might be in a yoga class, at school, at a university, in a big group, or maybe even at a festival, like at a place where people come together to lift their consciousness. And to lift their consciousness, like the Sagittarius, in a way like, okay, I'm looking for a higher truth, a more essential truth. And this person is kind of somebody, when you look at him or her, if you have not met this person yet, which is also a possibility, but it can be somebody from the past. Both are possible here with these energies, but if it's somebody you yet have to meet, you're going to feel instantly attracted to this person. There's going to be a very sexy nature about him or her, like a quality of like, oh, this person gets stuff done, you know? That's kind of what's rolling here. I'm liking it. So, Hanged Man, we have Justice, the Lovers at the center of the reading, and the Seven of Cups. All right. So again, with this Justice, there's a justice coming your way, and I feel that you are being an important actor in this. That it is about you doing justice to yourself. There is something you have not been looking at with the moon here coming into July, something that you have been avoiding to address. So there's something that you have not been giving to yourself. And Justice, it's a Libra card. Libra is partnerships. It's the scales. Both partners putting in equal weight, an equal giving and receiving, a karmic justice and a karmic adjustment. This seems to be a partner of a past life that is coming back into your life. This is some adjustment, like if you have a brother or a sister and your relationships is fine, okay, but if there's an adjustment to be made, something that's to be cleared out, when you clear that out, everything else will open for you as well. So you don't want to have something where there's a power play. I'm hearing you want to have something where there's an equal balance and there is a justice being given to you about a partnership, and you kind of feeling that you're doing yourself justice in July. That's something I strongly feel for you. Because you're going to speak the truth about something, or you're going to receive a truth about something that was, again, like hidden underneath the surface. And you want the lovers. You want to be in that kind of melting union, soulmate union. Like, I recognize you. From the moment I saw you, I knew something was there. So it's this coming together of souls that are both ready for something, and it might feel that you're not because of everything that has been going on, and it's been a wild ride, and there's been a lot of shifts when it comes to who you thought you were in partnership as well. And as you come into July, you've been meditating on it, and you've been illuminated on the partner that you truly are. What is it that I have to offer? Where did I think that I was ready to offer something solid to a significant other, but I actually wasn't? And you are honest with yourself here in July, and there's a certain beauty to that. And that beauty and that honesty is going to magnify, and I feel that is going to attract so much love into your life, and that is going to be what is going to open you up to have this, to have the lovers. And the lovers, again, it talks about Gemini. It is the North Node at this moment. It's also the siblings and the twins. So what does that mean? It's this kind of connection with someone that you feel like, wow, okay, we know each other from a past life. I feel like we've grown together over eons, and now we are here to meet again. There's this very new age term of twin flame that I relate to in specific ways, and we're not going to go into that right now, but it does feel as a coming together. I do want to state, like, you are whole, the other person is whole. And with this Justice card in your position, you want to come from a place where, like, actually, I have a lot to offer. And whatever you felt like you had to offer, I'm thinking again, January, February, March, the security that you had then, the self-confidence rather, and the trust that I can give this to someone, that's gonna come back to you. That's gonna come back to you. And this being at the center of the reading, and with the Ten of Cups next to it, is that you emotionally, you have been preparing for that. You have been giving birth to the inner soulmate, and you have been communicating with yourself about how you want that to be, and also being in a place of surrender and waiting. I do feel that in July that you're gonna come to a further stage in that. It's the next stage. It's you being so true with yourself, and maybe you thought you were before, and you were, but now it's just a whole new level. Interesting. So as an advice here, we have the Seven of Cups, and Seven of Cups in general, it talks about a bit of emotional confusion, of looking at weirder things as well. But the way in the cosmic deck it is drawn, there's so many symbols here. I don't know if you can see it. And there's this beautiful loving couple here in the background in a veil of purple. And this is in the advice position. So in your present, you are advised to surrender a bit more, but also to devote something to this union that you are wishing for. Devote, I don't want to use the word sacrifice, because that doesn't really exist if it's to get to a better place. I feel it's about, you want to, this is a book that is already open. You know this person, whether you have met her or him already in this life or not. This is a past life connection. And this is somebody with whom you worked already in a past life. Somebody you feel great resonance with when it comes to his or her mission in life. The goals, the longer term goals, that's also the Sagittarius here that keeps on coming up. Where you want to go, you want to go in the same direction. You have the same vision here. And I'm feeling that this is a very beautiful person, and a person who has kind of occult knowledge, and who brings groups together. And you might again be meeting this person in a group, or have met this person in a group when there were a lot of people around, because the violet flame of Saint Germain, it talks about the brotherhood of having a rhythmic existence, a ritualistic existence, where we bring all this past knowledge back into our presence to heal ourselves. So it's yoga, it's astrology, it's the cards, it's the intuition, it's knowing that when we install certain rituals in our lives and we devote a moment to something, magic can instantly happen. And that the magic really is in the purity of presence and in the bringing together of people. So I'm feeling that this person is either a teacher or somebody who has a certain grace about him or her and a certain knowledge. And you're going to be attracted to that knowledge, and you're asked to surrender to that. To not want to overpower that. It's not a question of power, I'm hearing. It's a question of choice. Are you going to choose something that is aligned with your path, and where you can be the student, because you have so much to offer. There are so many gifts that you have that you can offer to this person. And maybe at first it's not really clear what that is, because there is this kind of instant attraction to everything that that person represents. And there was a willingness to, if you already met this person, willingness to immediately surrender to all that that person embodied. And then somehow, or if this is a new person that is coming in, there's going to be that thing like, oh God, yes. And it's a good yes. It's a good yes, but there is a lot of stuff. There's a lot of confusion in the world. So you are asked to be really like a dancer standing in the spiral of life and holding your core strong. I am getting also the message of doing activities that really center you, because you might meet this person when you are going to do a group spiritual practice, for example, or something in community that brings people together, something to do with, I feel like shuffling again. Yeah. Okay, let me continue with this, because this is, so let's see, for the future, for Scorpio, Scorpio Sun, Moon Rising, what does Scorpio need to know about this Temperance card in the future? What is the truth that will help you further along the road? Ace of Wands. Yeah. Okay. So you are continuing the work. You are solidifying, you are building yourself up. I'm hearing you're building yourself up, and it's showing in your face. There is a grace, and people are going to be very attracted to your face, to whatever you shine out, your eyes, the energy that you have cultivated over these months of introspection and of working on yourself and working on your kingdom, on your whatever you have been doing during this quarantine time. It's showing. You have grown, you have become stronger in your body, and you have gotten that self-confidence, and there is a glory that is in all aspects of you. You've been beautified by it, touched by grace, they say, and that's something that you are bringing, that you're taking with you at the end of July, as well as we move further along the road of this year. Because you're going to be driven to make soul contact, to find true intimacy here, Scorpio, over the next 6 months, to find somebody to share your life with if you have not yet found this person. And you're going to be receiving mid-month, perhaps, a flash of inspiration. This is gonna happen at night. It's gonna be like when you're out in the open. If you can go under a star sky, great, but you're gonna receive this kind of flash of inspiration of a project. Like it can be like a poem that just comes out of you, or maybe you're gonna want to paint, you're gonna want to make something, you're gonna creatively want to express yourself, and that instant artwork that's gonna pour within you, maybe just a sentence, maybe it's something super elaborate. I don't know what form it's going to take, and the form is never really there. These are just energies that are communicated, but that is going to be your anchor point. That's going to be your anchor point to build from. And that's also, because it's going to come like a flash of inspiration, it's the intuition that is going to be at work here. You're bridging yourself from the intellect into the all-seeing heart, into the one-seeing eye, and that moment is going to come, and that thing that is going to be created then, that seed that's going to be planted then, is going to bring you Three of Wands, this expansion that you have been looking for. And that again is for me a very Sagittarian card, in a sense that this is somebody who is creative. It's a fire energy. So you are being asked to step into the artist that you are. That's what I'm hearing. And this other person is also very creative. So you want to build here, you want to expand. As you come out of July, there's like a whole new inspiration of what you want to create and who you want to create it with. I mean, you're gonna be a lot closer to it. I would like to see if there is a message about this specific person, because as I'm seeing it now, yes, there are a few factors telling me that this is somebody from the past, but this can also just be like a really strong past life connection. And the Hanged Man is coming out again. I am feeling that the Hanged Man is also the yogic card, so I am feeling that there is something around ancient wisdom and that this person might come to you by you getting into a spiritual practice, and not something completely new that you're going to invent. I mean, if you are watching a tarot reading, you're already connected to the invisible world and the conspiracy of the invisible, so this is not something that's completely strange to you. So maybe you already have a meditation group, maybe this is already going on for you, but there is going to, I'm seeing also, yeah, I'm gonna meet this person somewhere close to trees, or you have met this person somewhere close to trees. There's a connection to nature here, and a very wise person, illuminated, maybe a teacher, also very shiny. And when you're gonna stand next to this person, you're gonna feel it, and you're also gonna feel that this is actually, this is an energy for the world with the lovers here and this kind of twin flame connection. This is you getting yourself ready for a union and a commitment with somebody with whom you're going to create something beautiful in the world. And it doesn't have to be something like, it doesn't have to be ultra fame, but it's going to be a, I don't like the word power couple, because power, it's so misunderstood. It's about inner strength and being authentically you, but with this person, you know that it is possible to do that. So this is really something serious here. Something serious that you are looking at. Yeah, you want to create, like with the Three of Wands here and the Ace of Wands, it's like, yes, new inspiration to create with someone, to find growth. Okay, we're good here. So we have Four of Pentacles, Prince of Swords, Princess of Swords. You are asked to look really at what is holding you back. What are you clinging to? What are you waiting for, Scorpio? What is it that you cannot let go of? Because there is great union for you here. I have Prince of Swords and Princess of Swords together. So this is two people, two soulmates meeting on equal ground, two people who can express their truth, who have clear vision of what they want for themselves and for the other. This is being united in vision. This is a very Aquarian card, very futuristic couple, a very... this talks about people who are very much connected with the word, who won't speak when it's not necessary, but who will have great words of truth for their environment, and who can move worlds and create worlds with the spoken word. I'm seeing you connecting to writing as well, and maybe connecting to this person via a written message. This via written message, there might also, he or she might be making you think about birds, having a kind of bird-like nature. There is something that inspires true freedom here, and true freedom is also, true freedom is love. Love should make you feel more free, not feel enclosed. So this union has great expansion for you. So in July, I feel you letting go of the lost ties that were holding you back from that true love, from that beautiful, intelligent, Venusian love, like intelligent love, that embodies great cooperation and great news for the future. Wonderful abundance here for you, Scorpio. Great love for you here. This was a very wonderful reading. I'm loving these energies for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting. That helps the channel forward. I hope to see you next month in August with more inspirations. Have a wonderful, wonderful time, and let me know how it goes in the comments. Yes, and yeah, you have a rising sign, so if you want to have more messages, you can check out rising moon or Venus. Ciao, ciao, Scorpio.